and welcome back to Rogers Reports. I'm your host with the most. You guys can call me Rogers, and it's been a little while, but today we're back with a bit of a different type of video because we're going to be having a chat today, and I want a lot of interaction down in the comments below. So if you can go down there, leave your initial thoughts, maybe come back at the end of the video and leave your thoughts after you hear what I have to say. And as always, leave a like, subscribe down below, notification bells on, so you do not miss a thing on the channel. Plenty more to be coming. But as you've seen by the title and the thumbnail, today I want to be talking about Aston Villa and the the summer transfer window 2025, the one that we're currently in. I believe it's reopened now because other teams are signing other players, right? And as a lorry just drives past, so rude and loud, do you think, as I do, that Aston Villa might have just a little bit been sort of left in the dust already, especially by our fellow top 4 to 6 to 8 teams? I'm talking about the traditional top 4, 6, 8, because we're going to be going through the other players that have been signed by other clubs so far. And I mean, there is literally nothing. When I say there is nothing going on for Aston Villa, there is nothing going on for us right now. There's no real transfer rumours that are coming to any sort of fruition. The ones that we have had seem to be going absolutely nowhere. We still haven't sold anyone, and yet the PSR deadline is coming up tomorrow as I record this video. Obviously, there's rumours about us having to sell our women's team, maybe selling a car park or a hotel here or there, going the Chelsea-style route, the route that we would have all moaned so much about, and I'm sure we did moan so much about. I guess, look, if it's a loophole and it's there, why not exploit it? But you just kind of didn't want Villa to be run like that. But that's kind of the way that we seem to have been going. So we're going to be talking about all of that and specifically going through those transfers, because I'm just a little bit worried that Aston Villa, considering how important it seems to be for us to keep on consistently getting into Europe and consistently getting into specifically the Champions League, I'm just not particularly sure how on earth we're going to do it next season. Like, it seems like it could be done for us. But let's have a look at the other transfers to kind of highlight the point that I'm trying to make to you right now. So as you can see on the screen, we have got the Sky Sports done deals, the done dealios on the screen. And as you can see, first, why has that gone like that? If we go down here, Arsenal. Now, Arsenal's ins are blank here for some reason, but you know they have signed Christian Norgard and Kepa Arrizabalaga as well, so they've strengthened that backup goalkeeper slot. They've also brought in another midfielder to replace Thomas Partey, who is going to leave the club. And there's obviously, they're going to sign a striker. We all know they're going to sign a striker. Is it going to be Ollie Watkins? Is it going to be Benjamin Šeško? Is it going to be Victor Gyökeres? Doesn't matter, they're going to get it. But they have already started strengthening. Now, we've obviously bought in Yasin Özcan from Campiasa. That deal was done last January. Just goes through this way. Now, here's one. Adrian Truffet. He was linked with Aston Villa, the Rennes captain. Obviously, Bournemouth bringing him in. Have they strengthened? Well, not really. They've lost, obviously, Milos Caceres to Liverpool, we're going to talk about, and Dean Hudson to Real Madrid as well. But, you know, they brought someone in. Brentford, really, really smart, actually, their transfer business so far. They are about to lose Norgard, but they've already brought in Kelleher to replace Flecken there. Kelleher, a name that was being mentioned in and around the circles of Aston Villa rumours as well. Now, here's another one. You know, people that are doing fantastic business. Brighton. There is someone else that they have brought in as well. I can't remember their name for the life of me, but all the rumours are that they're going to be going to Brighton. But they've brought in Diego Coppola, a name that was linked with Aston Villa, just £9 million. Tom Watson, obviously the playoff final hero for Sunderland, and Costas as well from Olympiacos, £32 million deal. So Brighton instantly are strengthening. Burnley, not too worried about them if we keep on going down here. Now, Chelsea, we're talking about Aston Villa's top 4 to 6 competition. Well, Chelsea are in there, right? They're in the Champions League next season. They've brought in Mamadou Sarr, Estavo William, we've all seen him with Palmeiras at the Club World Cup. Liam Delap, a highly sought after striker. I think they were missing that kind of number 9 last season. And literally within the last kind of like 24, 48 hours, it's been announced that they've also signed Jamie Gittens from Borussia Dortmund for £50 odd million. So they have just got a lot better, and Aston Villa have stagnated, right? Crystal Palace, not too worried about. Everton, again, I'm not too worried about. Like these, Leeds have actually made some decent transfers. Lucas and Chama, Bijol, they've also signed a couple of other players as well. Obviously, I don't expect them to be competing in and around Aston Villa, but yeah, no. Now, here's the big one, right? Talk about a team that have just taken the initiative, and this is again another team that are probably going to be, they are going to be in and around that top 4, probably in and around the top 1 to 2. But Liverpool, Kerkeres, Florian Wirtz, Frimpong, Marmadashvili as well. Like, that is 4 elite level signings. And the transfer window is like, it's not even July yet. Yeah, they lost Trent, whatever. They lost Kelleher, Nat Phillips. They're going to lose Quansah, who they don't need, to be honest, anymore, because they're also in talks. They're also in talks for Mark Guehi. I mean, I don't know how on earth they're doing all of it. Manchester City, again, another fantastic transfer window for them already. Reiners, Ait Nouri and Rayan Cherkri, a player who I really wanted at Aston Villa. Man City are absolutely banging it. Manchester United, bearing in mind we can't beat Manchester United for love nor toffee, they've bought in Cunha. It would appear that the Bryan and Bueno deal is there or thereabouts. They could even be taking our own Emi Martinez away from us, and to be honest, it stinks of a Manchester United that will probably finish above us next season. Like Newcastle, again, many links around them. Nottingham Forest are probably going to get in Timothy Weah from Juventus, so they again strengthening. I mean, Sunderland are doing some really, really good business, right? Yeah, they lost JB Bellingham. Is he actually that good? I don't really particularly think so. But obviously Enzo Lefebvre, permanent deal. They have just signed Habib Diarra. You'll know, another player that Aston Villa have been linked with this transfer window. Young 21-year-old attacking forward from, off the top of my head, Strasbourg, I believe. Scored against England when England played, who does he play for? Is it Nigeria, I believe? Or it might be Cameroon, something like one of those sort of countries in and around that area of the world. Scored against England, looked really, really good. Sunderland also have made an approach for Guendouzi, a long-time Unai Emery target. So that's, good business for them as well. Matthias Tell, obviously Tottenham, the biggest bit of, business they've done is obviously going and poaching Brentford's manager away from them. But I just look at all of these, and what on earth are Villa doing? What are we doing? Nothing. And now, do Aston Villa need to strengthen? Well, I'll throw them up on the screen. Our results against the traditional top 8 sort of type ordeal last season, right? And didn't beat United. And then I think pretty sure every other team, maybe bar Arsenal, we got a draw and a loss. Every other team, I think won 1, lost 1. Liverpool, I think it was a draw and a loss as well. Didn't do the double over any of these teams in and around us, And that, those are the teams you have to beat if you want to finish high up the table. It's all well and good beating the teams lower down the table, which again we really can't. Sometimes we really can't do. Bogey teams, i.e. Crystal Palace, right? I'm talking to you, Crystal Palace. Why do you have to beat us every single time? But we can't beat those teams in and around us on a consistent basis. We just can't do it. We don't have the players. We don't have the legs for it. And again, legs, squad, European competition. We need a bigger squad of high-quality, elite, first-team players. And we're just not doing it. And is it because we can't do it? Because of PSR? Or are the wheels slowly starting to come apart? Monchi has been linked with a move away from the club this summer. Obviously, we can't spend money. Apparently, we need to sell. But who are we going to sell? And then you look at the transfer targets that we have had so far, right? Jesus Rodriguez. Apparently, Unai Emery's number 1 target, really wanted this kid to come in. Gone to Como for about £20 million, so not even a lot of money. Lucas Chevalier, obviously apparently it's going to be dependent on whether we sell Emi Martinez. But now there's talks of him either going to Newcastle or Manchester United, so another one that we could lose out on there. Habib Diarra, gone to Sunderland. So all of these players that we're being linked with, Nicholas Woltmade, we got linked with a little bit. Again, it was a bit tenuous, that link. So the fact he's gone to Bayern Munich, I'm not looking into it too much. Been linked to Harvey Elliott, just had a fantastic under-21 Euros. Nothing on that so far. And maybe it will change. As soon as we tick over and we get that PSR books done, I'm going to assume that we're going to have to sell the women's team. I think that seems to be the rumours on the streets. We're going to sell that women's team, and that's how we're going to pass the PSR. And maybe in July, we're going to go crazy. But you look historically, Unai Emery likes to get his business done early, right? Moussa Diaby, Amadou Onana are big money signings that Unai Emery has made have all been really early on in the window, and then we don't really do much towards the end because he likes to have his players in, bed them in early, get them inducted into the squad, get them playing how he wants them to play. So everything just seems like we're at a major disadvantage, and I don't know how we're going to get that advantage back, or if we can get that advantage back. And I think now you're seeing frustration of some fans because all these other teams around us you've just seen are pulling away. They're making strides. They're making a difference to their squad. And Villa, well, we're just not. And look, maybe it's a bit doom and gloom. Maybe it's just because that PSR deadline's coming up tomorrow and I don't know what's going to happen. Are we just going to fail and have to have a fine and a points deduction? We're close to being fined by the ESR, so the European spending regulations. That's for our sort of involvement in the Conference League, now Europa League and Champions League last season. And we still might have to sell some of our best players. And yes, Unai Emery's a miracle worker. He came in and he took us from 17th or wherever we were, I think it was 17th, all the way to 7th when we got Conference League. But teams are spending stupid money, and Aston Villa, this window's just been a nightmare so far. Maybe it will get better, but before the PSR deadline, I thought I had to get this video out. I feel like it's an important one to have a discussion about as Villa fans, so comment down below. Hopefully I'll see you for some more regularly scheduled programming in the near future, but I just don't know what's happening right now.